All right, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a good day. So the past couple of days, we've been working on these wonderful shoe designs, and uh, earlier I have gone through and uploaded them and emailed them to you so that you can get there. Now, through Google Photos, I'm going to show you how to download it to your computer so that you can open up in Photoshop and get started on your account. And then we're going to work through the first tutorial. First thing you need to do is click on your shoe. Then do a two-finger click over it. Go to Save Image As. And you'll want to name it something like Shoe Ad, and maybe even put your last name on it. But put it in a place where you can find it easily, like your Google folder or something along those lines. I'm just going to put it in a flash drive that I have on my computer and save it as a JPEG. So I'm going to hit save. Then you're going to go to open Photoshop. Now, Photoshop you can either get through the Spotlight search by typing in Photoshop and it'll show up, or it will be in your Launchpad, probably on your second page right here. That's the icon, and that's what it looks like. So go to File, New. You're going to name this shoe Ad. And then you may want to put your last name there so that you know for sure that you can get it. We're going to change the width to 8.5 and the height to 11. Now make sure that inches is selected right here. And if it was pixels, you may have to go back and change it because the numbers will change. Okay, but go to 8.5 inches, 11 inches. Your resolution you want to set to 150 pixels per inch. Go ahead and set it to CMYK color, and then set your background content to transparent. Now I'm going to leave this right here so that you can look at it. You may want to pause and make sure that all the numbers are correct, but that's how you do that. After you're happy with it, click OK. And you'll get this nice blank canvas. This canvas is transparent, and that's why I have the checkerboard pattern here. Each of those little squares tells you that you're working with a background that has no background just yet. So let's go ahead and put your picture as the background. Go to File, Place, go to the location where you saved your shoe ad drawing. Remember, mine was in a flash drive. Click on it and then choose Place. Now you may need to go in and resize it so that it fits the screen. That is an easy fix. There you go. So see that it fills everything up. If you go too far, then notice that it cuts part of it off. So you don't want any of the checkerboard showing, but you also want it to fill, not cut anything off. Once you're ready, you can either strike Enter or hit the check mark in the top right corner, and then it sets the size. All right. Now, one thing we're going to want to do is we want to lock this layer with the lock button, and the lock button is right here so that we don't actually make changes, all right, to this layer, because we want this layer to not be touched at all. So now we get to the fun part where we're going to start designing our shoe, and we need to do it a layer at a time. And each part of your shoe needs to be on a different layer. So to add a new layer, right next to the trash can in the bottom right corner, you can add a new layer right here. Then I encourage you to double click on the word layer 1 so that you can actually name the part of the shoe. And I'm going to do the sole of the shoe first. Hit OK. Then over here on the left side, we have our different tools, and we're going to be using a selection tool called the lasso tool. And the lasso tool, all it does is it just selects a certain part of what we want to add. So the lasso tool doesn't connect to a line, so you have to be pretty careful whenever you do it, but you click and hold, and you start dragging. And you want to get as close as possible to the shoe. Now I'm doing it pretty quick, and you can tell it's not exactly getting every single part of it, and that's not great. So you'll see these are called marching ends. That means that this part is selected. It means I can't do anything to anything except for what's selected right here. But you'll see I've got lots of little gaps right here, and it's not great. So the other type of tool we can use to select something that will get a little bit closer is called the magnetic lasso tool. And to get there, all you do is go to where the lasso tool is, click and hold, and then choose the magnetic lasso tool. Now what's nice about the lasso tool is you click once, add your anchor point, the little black dot, and then start tracing around the shoe. And what it does is it adds anchor points to the nearest line possible and tries to keep it the same color. Now, this takes a little bit of concentration, but if you take your time and be patient, you'll be happy with the result. Now, whenever you get to the end where you began, just double click and it selects everything. But look, I accidentally clicked too many times. So all I have to do is backspace. To get rid of those anchor points. All right. Now, there's lots of things that could happen while you're doing the lasso tool. You could go real crazy and go, oh no, and then just get really frustrated. If that happens, just double click and then hit Command D like this. All right. If you go off just a little bit back here, just move your lasso tool back, hit the delete key until it gets set, and then continue doing that. Now, I'm going to go back to my original selection that I have right here that was really nice and neat. And remember, this is the sole of my shoe. Now, you want to choose a color that is similar to the color that you chose over here. Now, let's say you were using map colors and it wasn't the exact map color you wanted. You can have the starting point here, and then you can move around. So let me go back over that one more time. In order to change colors, this is the foreground color right here. It's gray on mine, but it's the one in the front. Just click on it. Then you can click on the color that you're wanting, and then you can pick the exact color shade you wanted. Hit OK. Then you hit Alt Delete, and it colors the whole thing in. Now you need to be careful because you're going to do the rest of the shoe now. As you do a new part of the shoe, you need to add a new layer. Don't just go through and do the whole shoe in one color because it won't look good. All right. The next tutorial will be over blending options and effects to make your shoe look more 3D and give you that pop to make it look better. If you have any questions, please again come to my desk and ask me. I'll be more than happy to help.